Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So thank you very much for coming for yet another day of explanation of Goloka chart. Yesterday we have discussed the Viraja, Karna ocean, and the glands of Mahavishnu. We explained the sequence of creation of glands, when Kala Shakti and Jiva Shakti, Kriya Shakti manifest, and then Rama Devi carries the glands to Shiva, Shambhu. Shambhu brings time and Jivas into Pradhana. Pradhana becomes Mahatattva, and simultaneously millions of golden eggs, universes, come out of the pores of a skin of Lord's body. And when Jiva comes into Mahatattva, and universes, when they enter into Mahatattva, they become enveloped by the layers of earth, water, fire, air, ether, force, ego and Mahatattva. It is very interesting in this connection what Srila Prabhupada says, that Lord Vishnu's glance, it's called Sudarshana. Sudarshana. Darshana means a vision. Darshan. Sudarshana means auspicious vision. So Prabhupada say, by his Sudarshan, Lord creates material world. It's amazing information. 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto of chapter 5, I think in summary, and later on in the shlokas also. Prabhupada says, by his Sudarshan chakra, Lord creates material world. Sudarshan. Hare Krishna. So, when this creation takes place, Prabhupada many times mentions, Lord doesn't need wife to create anything. Simply by his glance, he creates. Saikshata, Aitareya Upanishad said that. Saikshata, simply by glancing, he creates. So he doesn't really touch the Maya. Even glance goes to Ramadevi, Shambhu, and then goes to Maya. So Lord is fully detached from Maya. That is his special position, that he never have a direct association with Maya. You can see Maya is far, far away from the Lord, the last one in the chain. So we have discussed yesterday position of Shambhu, Shiva. And Srila Prabhupada many times said that you will find this in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila when Guru Tattva is discussed. Prabhupada say, Guru Tattva and Shiva Tattva, these two are most difficult to understand. Why? Because Shiva has these two features. One is of a devotee and one is like a demigod. One is of Vishnu Tattva, Sadashiva, and one is Shiva Tattva. So, this Shiva here, we explain, has two features of Sadashiva and Shambhu. And Hare Krishna Maharaj, welcome. Some chair for Hare Krishna. So, therefore it's difficult to understand. There was in conversation, in Srila Prabhupada's conversation, in discussion with Bhakti Rakshak Sriradev Maharaj, disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta, Srila Prabhupada Sridhar Maharaj, they were sitting here in Mayapur, I guess, and discussing. They discussed about the Sadashiva and Shiva's position, twofold position. He has two abodes. So sometimes he acts as a devotee, then he is Sadashiva, then he is devotee. Because he instructs prachetas, he gives the mantra, and by mercy of Shiva they get Krishna mantra. And sometimes he gets bewildered also. Then he is Shambhu. Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj called him. Then he is more kind of yogi than devotee. So, Prabhupada said, no, both time he is devotee. But he acts differently. So it's difficult to understand position of Shiva. Sometimes, yesterday I told, Prabhupada sometimes says, Shiva cannot be bewildered by Maya. Then again he says, Shiva also, Brahma and Shiva, they can also be bewildered by Maya. So, why? Because there are two features of it. Two features. Just like we have Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. Sometimes acts like this, sometimes like that. It's difficult to understand which one is which one. Say for example, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya Yoga Maya Samanvrita Mudho Yamna Bijanati. So Krishna says, I don't reveal myself to everyone. I am covered by Yoga Maya. Because Mahamaya cannot cover Krishna. But when we look at Krishna, for us is Mahamaya. So it is like a curtain. One side is Yoga Maya facing Krishna, and other side is Mahamaya facing us. This is how it works. So, in this creation, when Jivas, through the eyes of Mahavishnu and carried by Ramadevi and Shambhu, enter into Mahatattva, and the universes also, the golden eggs, they enter into Mahatattva. They become enveloped by these elements. Now, this is not enough to start creation. This is not enough for creation to really work. The elements cannot assemble each other well. So at that moment, anyway, within each of these universes which are now enveloped, expansion of Mahavishnu, second Purusha avatar, Garbhodakasha Vishnu, enters into each universe. Now of totality of jivas which are here now in Mahatattva, all jivas from Lord Vishnu's body enter Mahatattva. Now Garbhodakasha Vishnus take one portion of jiva, each of them, and carries them into each individual universe. So all these golden eggs, these are universes. In each of them Garbhodakasha Vishnu enters and carries one particular group of jivas inside. So totality of jiva from Mahatattva is split with millions of Garbhodakasha Vishnus, and he carries them within the universe. So in each universe there will be some group of jivas from the totality of jivas deposited in Mahatattva by glance of Vishnu. Now these elements are there, but still nothing works. There is a need of Paramatma to appear. Like a body without the soul doesn't work. Prabhupada says, universe without Paramatma cannot work. So, Garbhodakasha Vishnu, here I will read from Brahma Samhita, from his left limb he creates Vishnu. From his right limb he creates Brahma, Hiranyagarbha Brahma. And from his forehead he creates Shiva. Now here we got appearance of Adi Devatas. Now what are these? These are the demigods who appear before Brahma is born. Before this Brahma, Chaturmukhi Brahma, is born within the universe, before that, outside of the universe, Adi Devatas appear on the scene. Already you have in Mahatattva all the elements in person, earth, water, fire, ether, air, like that. Then you have all the senses, 10 knowledge acquiring senses, 10 working senses. Then you have a mind, ego, intelligence. Then you have all the potencies. Prabhupada says, Pushti, the energy of nourishment, Shri, energy of beauty, Kirti, energy of reputation, Aja, the energy of material creation. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita you will find 16 potencies are involved here. Tushti, Pushti, Shri, Gir, Vidya, Jnana, Yogamaya, Mahamaya, Nila, Sachitanand, Sandini, Samit, Hladini, they're all the potencies listed there, involved here in creation. And everyone is in person standing. Beyond any energy, there is energetic. So all of them stand here. And now, if you remember, in Bhagavatam 3rd canto, that is said, if you follow the success of creation, the universe is created, Garbhodaka Shri Vishnu enters in, and then Devatas offer the prayers. Purusha Shukta prayers, that mighty Lord, please arise. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad Shabhuvim Vishwator. They offer beautiful prayers to Lord to arise, for creation to start. So when you read, it's quite difficult to follow. If you read 3rd canto, you will find that Garbhodaka Shri Vishnu enters into the universe, and from his left limb he creates Vishnu. You can see always on left side, Shaktis of the Lord are there. And on the right side, he creates Brahma. And Prabhupada writes, this Brahma is Hiranyagarbha Brahma. What is Hiranyagarbha? Because the universe is golden, they are called Hiranyagarbhas. Garbha means a womb. So, these demigods are called Adi Devatas, the original demigods, to say. These are not Jiva Tattvas yet. These are Shaktis of the Lord. What is their function? Brahma, he creates all the rest of the Devatas, and all of them appear in the Shakti form, in subtle form, and all of them they offer prayer to Lord, and they are invoking 3rd Vishnus, 3rd Purusha Avatara, Kshirodakasha Vishnu, who is Paramatma, to enter and to make creation alive. Without Paramatma entering in every atom and in everyone's heart, nothing works, nothing can sustain, nothing really exists, cannot exist without Paramatma, material creation. So these Adi Devatas, they are situated here in Karna ocean, around Mahavishnu, they all appear. We didn't want to put the photos of all of them because there are some 40 personalities at least, then becomes confusing. Already this silence tells me enough, that already is complex enough without showing them on picture. So we have to understand that Lord is never alone and all His potencies are running in this creation. So it goes like this. When these universes are covered, enveloped by elements, Garbhodaka Shri Vishnu enters and he creates Adi Devatas, original personalities, the Shaktis. These are not Jivas. They give Shakti to each Brahma, Indra, Agni, Vayu. They give their qualities. They empower those Jivas to function within the universe. So the original associates of the Lord from Vaikuntha here, not Devatas, these are eternal associates of the Lord. Indra, Agni, Yama, they are all the time serving Lord in Vaikuntha. Their forms are given to those Jivas within material world. Their qualities are reflected. So these expansions appear as Adi Devatas. Adi Devatas expansion, later on, Jivas within material world, like Chaturmukhi Brahma will come. So this Brahma is described in Vedas and Prabhupada's purport in 3rd canto. You will find when creation takes place, you will find Hiranyagarbha Brahma. This is not Chaturmukhi Brahma. Brahma is not in picture yet. Yet the lotus did not grow from the navel of Garbhodaka Shri Vishnu. Still, universe is empty. So these Devatas, Adi Devatas come and they offer Purusha Shukta prayers. Please Lord, arise, stand up, become alive. They are invoking Him. Please you come. Without you there is no question of creation. Then appearance of 3rd Purusha Avatar, Kshirodaka Shri Vishnu, comes into picture. He appears and he enters everywhere, into each atom, and then slowly, slowly jivas they get their bodies. First of all, from Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, on lotus, Brahma is born. Now, here I'll read from Brahma Samhita, shloka. This is, I have it on computer also. All right. This is text 23. Sanjato Bhagavat Shaktya Tatkalam Kila Choditaha Sikshaya Matim Chakre Pura Samskara Samskritaha Tatarsha Kevalam Dvantam Nanyat Kim Api Sarvataha. Now this is interesting. What happened to Brahma? On coming out of the lotus, Brahma, being guided by divine potency, turned his mind to the act of creation under the impulse of previous impressions. But he could see nothing but the darkness. Now what we understand is that jivas from previous pralaya, when pralaya comes, devastation of the universe, Kala Shakti, which was used in creation and cleansing, also Kala Shakti brings jivas back into the body of Mahavishnu. Gross body is finished already in material universe. When the pralaya comes, Dvadashaditya, 12 suns appears, and Ananta Shesha, who holds the earth from the bottom, I'll show you this one. Ananta Shesha is, Ananta Shesha later on will describe, who holds the earth from the bottom. He gets angry. He says, these foolish jivas, again they misuse their human form of life. Again these jivas, they're just roaming up and down within 14 material walls. They did not surrender to Krishna. They did not serve Krishna. They did not strive for moksha. So he gets angry, starts spitting fire from all his mouths, from below. And his expansion, 11 Rudras are born. Later on we'll discuss about these 11 Rudras. So the clouds comes and first they flood everything, then 12 suns comes and they burn everything. So jiva leaves gross body right there in the universe. You die, basically, simply to say. And then subtle body merges back to Mahatattva. Subtle body goes back to Mahatattva, where you got it from. And then Mahatattva disappears, cloud disappears, becomes Pradhana. And jivas, pure souls, they go back into the body of Mahavishnu, Karnadakashayi Vishnu. So these jivas from previous pralaya, they have their subtle bodies waiting for them. When again creation takes place, Lord Shiva, who is in charge for past, present and future, this Trishul, he starts time in Mahatattva, he starts creation, he brings jivas into Maya, and he gives back jivas their subtle dress. Like you come out, when you go to jail, they take everything away from you. And they put in one box, your civil cloth, your ID card, your money, your whatever possession you have. And you put the dress of a prisoner. When you come out of prison, they give you back the dress. So Lord Shiva gives back the dress of subtle desires. Subtle body means mind, intelligence, ego. Ahankar he gives. Shiva gives Ahankar back. And Mahatattva gives back all the desires you did not fulfill of previous creation. Don't worry, here you go. You continue exactly where you stopped. So your subtle body is back. So Brahma, therefore we can understand this shloka now. No? This is first created being. But here you see, impulse of previous impressions. What is that? Purva samskara. Purva samskara samskritaha. Previous impressions. So jiva is remind, oh, you wanted to enjoy? Here you go. Continue where you stopped. No? So Brahma had this desire. Brahma is now the most pious of all these jivas which Garbhodakashayi Vishnu takes from Mahatattva. In each universe, each Garbhodakashayi Vishnu takes one group of jivas. From that group of jivas within the universe, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu chooses the most pious one and he gives him post of Brahma. Now Brahma is Jiva Tattva. First time in our presentation now we come across the Jiva Tattvas. Now, this Brahma, born on the lotus, this is Jiva Tattva. not Hiranyagarbha Brahma, not the other Brahma created before. So this is Jiva. So Brahma is really post. And Prabhupada said, in few places in Bhagavatam, there is in fourth canto, and there is in ninth canto, 2 times Prabhupada said, when you fell from spiritual world, first position you get, that of Brahma. First you become Brahma. Look, we were all Brahmas. Even 4 heads didn't help us to reason properly. Again we mess up. Even with 4 heads we couldn't realize that better to serve Krishna than Maya. No? So Brahma is born of a lotus. Now what is a lotus? We have to explain a little bit about that. When Garbhodakeshaya Vishnu comes, what is my point? The point is that Brahma is a post. You can become Brahma. You cannot become Shiva. Shiva is not Jiva Tattva. It's Shiva Tattva. Yesterday I explained the 5 Tattvas. Vishnu Tattva, Bhagavan himself, one person. God, Ram, Nrsimha, Narayana, one person. Shakti Tattva, his consorts. Radharani and her expansions. Lakshmis, all the Shaktis, all the potencies. Yeah? So Vishnu Tattva, Shakti Tattva, Shiva Tattva, separate person. This is different person. Is not Jiva, is not Vishnu. Prabhupada say intermediate expansion of the Lord. Neither Jiva, neither Vishnu. So his abode is also like this. Neither in Vaikuntha, neither in material world. Just on borderline. See Brahma Jyoti? Half is in Vaikuntha, first Sadashiva Loka, first Vaikuntha planet. And down is Mahakala Dham, the resides in Pradhana. Mahakala Dham, where the time starts counting. From there time starts. No? So Lord Shiva is neither Vishnu, neither Jiva, neither in spiritual world, neither in material world. So Shiva was there when Brahma was not there. So Shiva's position is superior to Brahma. Now we all hear, but we heard Shiva is born from the forehead of Brahma. That's another Shiva, that is his expansion. Shambhu's expansion will come now when Brahma starts creating the universe. From anger of Brahma, another Shiva will come, who is Guna Avatar, who takes charge of destruction. That's a different Shiva. And from that Shiva, another Ekadasha Rudras, 11 Shivas are born. Some of them are Jivas empowered by Shiva. Some of them are Shiva Tattva, some of them are Jiva Tattvas. So you can become one of 11 Rudras. Maharaj, please. Oh, I didn't finish the 5 Tattvas. Thank you very much. So Shiva Tattva, Vishnu Tattva, Shakti Tattva, Shiva Tattva, Jiva Tattva. That's us, Tatastha Shakti, Jiva Tattva, and Jada Tattva. Jada Tattva means dull matter. Jada means unconscious, dead matter, material energy. So these 5 truths, nothing else exists. Nothing else exists. There's no any other separate position. So Shiva, we have special attitudes toward Shiva, but we don't put him equal to Vishnu, because he is not. And we don't put him equal to demigods. But for the sake of preaching, usually he is treated by all Gaudiya Vaishnavas just as a demigod, because he has this function of a demigod there also. So when you preach, if you give little gap to the conditioned soul, if you glorify too much Shiva, that's it. You'll have all over altars in our movement Shivas there. And it's going on. So basically all the preachers of Gaudiya Vaishnava, they put Shiva as a demigod. That's all. But personally we know he is very exalted personality. But not equal to Vishnu. Yastu Naranam Devam Brahma Rudrati Devatva Samatvena Bhikshita Ye Pashamdi Bhavedruvam. That will be considered atheism, offense to consider that Shiva is equal to Vishnu. But definitely we understand his exalted position. So Shiva was there before Brahma. Therefore, because Shiva brings jivas to impregnate Maya, Shiva Linga is worshipped. He's a symbol of creation. Linga and Yoni. That is explained in Shastra. So now, what happened is that these Adi Devatas, they take shelter of the coverings of the universe. They reside there. One place it is said Tamal Krishna Maharaj in his seminar on Brahma Samhita, he said that they reside in the Karna ocean around Mahavishnu. Adi demigods, Hiranyagarbha, Brahma, original demigods are there. Not Jiva Tattvas. Another place it is said that they reside in the subtle elements, coverings. These coverings are not really gross and is 10 times bigger than another. So you can't really put it on the chart, you know. It's impossible to put it in real proportions. But what we understand, that coverings are full of personalities. In Brihad Bhagavatamrita, when Gop Kumar, eternal associate of Krishna in the Sakhya Rasa, Gopal from Vrindavan, when he leaves material world, he goes through the coverings of the universe. And when he comes to the earth covering, he finds Bhumi Devi, earth worshipping Varahadev there. And cities are there, palaces are there, and opulence is much higher than any of 14 planetary systems within the universe. Then he goes further. Then water elements in second layer worships Matsya Avatar. Then fire worships Surya Narayana. The air worships Pradyumna. Ether worships Aniruddha. False ego worships Sankarshan. Because from Sankarshan, Sadashiva is born. And Shambhu is expansion of Sankarshan. Shambhu is presiding deity of false ego. So here false ego worships Sankarshan. Shiva worships Sankarshan. And Mahatattva was worshipped Vasudeva. Now there is one more layer above that. That's why sometimes you find 7 layers, sometimes 8 layers. Sometimes different names are given. But Mahatattva includes mind, intelligence. But one more layer is there of Pradhana, which is not manifested. So sometimes it's called a layer, sometimes it's not called a layer. Pradhana is non-manifested material nature. So preside that Prakriti in the most subtle form. The original form of Prakriti is Pradhana. She worships Mohini Murti there. And Sanatana Goswami takes opportunity to show, you see, Pradhana Maya, which is most attractive, bewildering potency, she worships Mohini Murti. Means Mohini Murti is more beautiful than Prakriti. Means giving us hope that Krishna is more attractive than Maya. We'll get attracted to the Lord. And that is a blue covering, blue realm, and Shambhu is there also. So that Lord of Mahakaladam, that is the husband of Pradhana. And then, okay, so these are the coverings of the universe we discussed. So in the coverings also, cities are there, palaces are there, people are there, everything is going on. Now, within the universe, Garbhodaka Shri Vishnu enters, and universe is empty and is dark. Why it is dark? Why all these coverings are there? Any idea? Anybody could say, why all these coverings and it is dark?
So the Brahmajyoti cannot enter?
So the Brahmajyoti cannot enter. Right. That is immediate result. But what is really efficient, original idea behind it? What do you expect? You want jail, 5-star hotel. It's a jail. It's a dark. It's a close. It's perverted reflection. So it is explained by acharyas that all these universes, the golden eggs, are simply perverted reflection of beautiful shining Vaikuntha planets. They're just perverted reflection of Karna ocean. And then they got enveloped with 7 layers. Look at the 7 layers of Vaikuntha yesterday we have discussed. They become pervertedly reflected in the water. Just like in material world, we have mango tree near the water. Go and catch mango in the water. Nothing is there, it's perverted. Urdhva moolam adashakam. So here also, these layers are just making Vaikuntha more beautiful and more opulent, and here they are just making darkness more dense, more closed, so nobody can escape. So Garbhodaka Shri Vishnu comes inside and he feels hot inside. Sweats, of course, his sweat is not like our sweat, it's transcendental, full of fragrance. And he feels the half of the universe. Not exactly half, it's a little less than half. The sun is in the half. So whatever takes from the sun to the Patala Loka, to the position of Ananta Shesha, means above earth, sun is 100 yojanas above, 100,000 yojanas and 70,000 yojanas each layer of 7 lower planetary systems. And then some more gap is there. So this much less. Is some say little less than half. He fills up the universe. And then Brahma Devi, he follows him. Shakti Tattva expands again. She does their service, and Balaramji again expands. But now it's very interesting that Balaram, who is Ananta Shesha of Vaikuntha, that is Vishnu Tattva. But now Ananta Shesha, who will hold the universes, that is Jiva Tattva. That is Jiva in power by Sankarshan to hold the universe. Bhudharana Shakti is given, is listed in Shakti Avesha avatars. So this Garbhodakasha Vishnu looks at his body. Again, another glance is there. He looks at his body, he sees all these jivas which he collected. Small group of jivas, they are now in his body. Jiva from Mahavishnu's eyes, they came out in Mahatattva. Now from Mahatattva, each Garbhodakasha Vishnu took one group of jivas within his own universe. Now all these bubbles around, all these millions of universes, which are clustered like a grapes, and they float on Karna ocean, they're clustered on top of each other, just like a grapes. We are just zooming into one. We must understand that other bank of Karna ocean doesn't really exist. All the creation universes are floating on the Karna ocean. As the Mahavishnu exhales, they are created, inhales, they are destroyed. We speak about the other bank, but we are speaking really about the river side of the bank, not the earth side of the bank. So, universes are always on the water, on the Karna. So now within one of these bubbles we are zooming in, and now jivas which this Garbhodakasha Vishnu collected, now they have to get their bodies. They have to go to the secondary creation now. So Garbhodakasha Vishnu glances upon his own body and he sees all these jivas within. And he understands the desires of jivas. They have now already their subtle bodies with them, and they have this, he can understand their desire to enjoy. So he says, okay, I have to give them body. So that desire of jivas sprouts up from his navel in the form of a lotus. It's a spiritual lotus. And all the ingredients to create 14 planetary systems are within the stem of the lotus. Here you see the list of 14 planetary systems. And on top of the lotus, first Brahma Loka is created. It's not like this. Brahma Loka is a huge planet. Brahma sits on lotus, yes, but this one may fall down any moment. I mean, you can't put in picture. It's really artistic expression. It's symbolical representation. Brahma's planet is the biggest planet within the universe. And the Brahma, who is born there, is the first jiva appears. The most pious soul is our apostle Brahma. So now from previous samskaras we have learned, he has these two desires. Brahma is not pure devotee. He has two material desires. Or better to say, not every Brahma is pure devotee. As you notice yourself, all of us, we were Brahmas once upon a time. So Brahma has two material desires, to create and to control. And that's his Maya. So Brahma has this desire to create control, but he looks left, right, legs, right, and four heads are manifested by his looking left and right. What to do, what to do, what's going on, everywhere is darkness. He can't figure out anything. He has body made of intelligence, his subtle body. He has very subtle body. All modes are always mixed. Can we close the windows, please? This is difficult to speak. So, Brahma, by his own intelligence, could not figure out how to create. So this is very important lesson for us, that Tarko Pratishta, our own logic, intelligence, our own endeavor. We can't understand God. We have to surrender to Guru. We have to receive the knowledge. Shabda Brahma. So now in Brahma Samhita, we will read from that. Let me read from the shlokas directly. Okay. Now we read this shloka 23. Coming out of the lotus, Brahma, being guided by divine potency, turned his mind to act on creation under the impulse of previous impressions, purva samskaras, but he could see nothing but darkness in every direction. Okay. Now here, appearance of divine personality. Uvacha Puratastasmai Tasya Divya Saraswati. Divya Saraswati. Divine Saraswati. This is the wife of Lord Nrsimhadev. Divya Saraswati. She is not Saraswati of material world. She is the eternal Lakshmi, consort of Lord Vishnu. Particular Lord Nrsimhadev, consort. So, she gives the mantra to Brahma. Kama Krishnaya Govinda, He Gopi Jana Ityapi, Vallabhaya Priya Vanner, Mantram Te Dasyati Priyam. Then the goddess of learning, Saraswati, the divine consort of the Supreme Lord, said thus to Brahma, who saw nothing but gloom in all direction. O Brahma, this mantra, Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Jana Vallabhaya Swaha, will assuredly fulfill your heart's desires. So we understand, we remember photo from Brahma Samhita cover. Krishna plays flute and sound comes and enters into ears of Brahma. That is Gayatri Devi. So Brahma got Diksha from the Lord. First initiation, and soon in next shloka will be revealed he got second mantra, second initiation also. And then instruction was given to Brahma. Tapastvam tapa etena tava siddhi bhavishyati. O Brahma, do you practice spiritual association by means of this mantra? Then all your desires will be fulfilled. In Bhagavatam here, tapa, tapa. He heard the word tapa. Do tapasya. It's very interesting here. Tapaha, spiritual austerity. But see, Bhaktisiddhanta in translation says, O Brahma, do you practice spiritual association by means of this mantra? He doesn't say really in translation tapasya to do. And in commentary of Jiva Goswami, it is explained that refers to 64 arts and crafts. 64 different arts, ways of serving Krishna. So Brahma went on doing tapasya and he started meditating. Ata tepesa suchiram prinan govindam avyayam shveta dvipa patim krishnam goloka stham parat param prakritya guna rupinya parvipasitam sahasradala sampanne koti kinjala bhimite bhumis chintamani statra karnikare mahasane samasinam chidanandam jyoti rupam sanatanam shabda brahmamayam venum vadayantam mukhambuje vilasini ganavritam swai amshar abhishtutam. Now what Brahma did? Brahma, being desirous of satisfying Govinda, practiced the cultural acts for Krishna in Goloka, Lord of Shvetadvip, for a long time. His meditation ran thus. Now Brahma is meditating of Goloka, actually. There exists the divine lotus of 1,000 petals, augmented by millions of filaments in the transcendental land of Goloka. On its wall, there exists a great divine throne on which is seated Sri Krishna, the form of eternal effulgence of transcendental bliss, playing on his divine flute resonant with the divine sound with his lotus mouth. He is worshipped by his amorous milkmaids with the respective subjective portions and extension, and also by his external energy, who stays outside embodying all mundane qualities. So Brahma goes on meditating on Goloka. And after doing tapasya and meditation and focusing his mind and intelligence on Krishna, what is result? Then Gayatri, mother of the Vedas, being made manifest, imparted by divine sound of the flute of Sri Krishna. Krishna played flute, and now the Kama Gayatri. First was initiating Gopala Gayatri, now in Kama Gayatri. Those who are second initiated, they will know. What is the mantra? Imparted by divine sound of flute of Sri Krishna, enter into the lotus mouth of Brahma, born from himself, through his 8 ear holes. The lotus-born Brahma, having received the Gayatri, sprung from the flute song of Sri Krishna, attained the status of twice-born, having been initiated by Supreme Primal Preceptor, Godhead himself. So this is what happened to Brahma. He got initiation by Krishna himself. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye. Brahma means transcendental knowledge. Adikavaye, to the Brahma, is given by Krishna. So that Satyam Param Dhimahi, this Gayatri mantra is described in first shloka of Bhagavatam. And indeed, one of Acharya says, because Divya Saraswati, wife of Lord Nrsingadev, comes and gives the mantra, he says, one of Acharya, I think Vishnu Chakravarti, I'm not sure who said, he said, first shloka of Bhagavatam, this is Nrsinga Leela. So this is really unusual commentary, but it makes full sense when you see the sequence of creation. So what had happened to Brahma after receiving Gayatri mantras and chanting and worshipping Lord? Enlightened by the recollection of that Gayatri, embodying the 3 Vedas, Brahma became acquainted with the expanse of the ocean of truth. Then he worshipped Sri Krishna, the essence of all Vedas, with this hymn. So by chanting this mantra, he worshipped Krishna. Now, think with this Kama Gayatri, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains in the purport here, that this Kama Gayatri, which have this clean Bija mantra in them, they fulfill all desires. But problem is, they fulfill spiritual and material. So devotees are warned and requested again and again by their gurus that you should not cultivate consciously material desires and worship Krishna. First of all, it is offense. What is the 10th offense? Shrutepi manama mahatme yav priti rahito naraha aham mamadi paramo namni sopya parada krit. Even after hearing so much, still we maintain material desires. It is offense. So now the problem with offense is that when we do offenses, we get bewildered by material desires. So this Kama Gayatri has his power to deliver Krishna prem. And also if you cultivate material desires and chant Gayatri mantra, you get bewildered by material desires, you fell down. So therefore there is some discrimination that Guru says, okay, after some time you may receive second initiation. You chant Hare Krishna, get purified, and then after some time when you're fixed up a little bit, you're sure you are serious, then you get the Gayatri mantra. So anyway, this was just one side point about that. So, and then what happened to the Brahma? By practicing, chanting this mantra, Brahma was focused, was fixed up, and this Brahma is devotee. Jiva Goswami says in his purpose that this Brahma is not the Brahma from Bhagavatam who ran after his own daughter. No, that was maybe one of us who messed it up as a Brahma. That's another Brahma. This Brahma, or Brahma Samhita, he is a devotee. So what the Bhaktisiddhanta writes in purpose, see here. Brahma thought thus within himself, by recollection of Kama Gayatri, it seems to me that I'm eternal maid servant of Krishna. Now Brahma realized, hey, I'm the Gopi. He's seen his Swarupa. This mantra reveals Swarupa. And then what's the next shloka? Is revelation. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tata guru tasya te karite hyarta prakashante mahatmanaha. So here we come to the point of spiritual knowledge, understanding, how to understand Krishna by revelation. When we have full faith in Guru and Krishna and we follow his instructions, Lord reveals Prakashante Mahatmana. Lord reveals himself. So holy name Nama reveals Rupa, Rupa reveals Guna, Guna reveals Leela, and Leela after reveals Dham. So Dham is revealed. So the next shloka is what Brahma says, Chintamani prakara sadma sukalpa vriksha laksha vriksha. This is now Brahma describes what he sees with his eyes. Revelation, his spiritual is open to him. Okay, so there was another thing to explain in between. We have a form of Brahma, Hiranyagarbha Brahma, Adi Devata, okay, who gives his own qualities. And all other devatas, now they will give to this Brahma. Hiranyagarbha Brahma will give to this Brahma. Empower him by his qualities so he can manage creation and controlling of the universe. Control of the universe. Okay. Now, this is done. The Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, who lays down, he has a concept how to create. Knowledge comes from Krishna, from the Lord. In this case, particularly Purusha avatars, they deal with material creation. So Garbhodakashayi Vishnu has vision. What should Brahma create? That vision is Virat, imaginative form of the Lord as a universe, Virat Rupa. So that Lord's understanding, it's also called Brahma. That's also one of the bodies of Brahma. Brahma has three bodies. One is Hiranyagarbha Brahma, is not Jiva. One is imaginary form of Brahma, Virat, concept of Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. How should universe be created? And that third body of Brahma is finally material body of Brahma, which is the best body you can get in material world, Chaturmukhi Brahma. So when you read Bhagavatam in third canto, you will find these terms, Hiranyagarbha Brahma, and then Brahma is created. So don't get confused. There's a sequence there, you know. It's complex indeed. And then Brahma creates 14 planetary systems. Satyaloka, his own abode, was already created. Let me read about each of the abodes now, because this course is really meant to show us that Lord is supreme, Krishna is supreme, his Goloka, supreme abode, his form of Radha Krishna is supreme, and he expands in unlimited forms, and his abode is also all-pervading like a Lord. Whenever Lord expands, in Adi Chaturyuga, his abode expands into Mathura and Dwaraka and Puri. He expands into Ram and Lakshman, Shatrughna, Bharat, and his abode expands into Ayodhya. Radha Krishna expands to Lakshmi Narayan, and abodes expands into Vaikuntha. And Lord's shadow becomes Shambhu, Ramadevi's shadow becomes Maya. Their abode is perverted reflection of Vaikuntha. And now within the universe, within the layers, we find forms of the Lord everywhere. Now in Brahma Loka also, when Garbhodakashayi Vishnu creates Brahma, Brahma takes ingredients of the stem of a lotus, and he used these ingredients to build the planets and bodies of the living entities. So after some time you don't see anymore the stem in the universe. And Garbhodakashayi Vishnu leaves the place, and he lives, once Brahma creates, universe looks a little different. It looks like this. He leaves Shesha there, and Garbhodakashayi Vishnu goes to Brahma Loka. Within Brahma Loka, which is also known as Satya Loka, Lord Brahma worships Mahapurusha, form of Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, who lays on Ananta Shesha there, and Garuda is there, Narada Muni is there, Lakshmi is there, and all the potencies of Lords are there. And Lord there in Brahma Loka instructs Brahma into transcendental knowledge, and Brahma worships that form of Mahapurusha. So sometimes this Mahapurusha is described as Mahavishnu, as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, as Mahapurusha has thousands of heads, thousands of hands, thousands of legs, thousands of eyes, like that. Why? Why is it so? Because from Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu expands. From Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu expands. From Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, all the Swamsha avatars, all the Shakti Avesha avatars, Guna avatars, Purusha avatars, Manvantaras, Yuga avatars, and Lila avatars. All they come through the agency of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. They are not created by him, but they all come through the agency. Their eternal form exists in spiritual world. So of course, they may come in any form, just like Varaha, that comes out of the nose of Brahma. Small as a thumb. So Brahma says, what is it? Did I create it? Then Varaha grows big and roars. And then all rishis, they understood, oh, this is Vishnu's form. So he comes through the nose of Brahma, but doesn't mean Brahma created Varaha. It's the same thing. Even Krishna, when he comes, Ete chamsa kalaf pumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. When Krishna comes through the Kshirodakashayi Vishnu agency, he is Swayam Rupa, is himself Bhagavan. He's not nobody's avatar. No? Krishna himself. Krishna's too Bhagavan Swayam. Yes, all others are kalas, expansions of the Lord, or swamshas, ete chamsa kalaf pumsa. Krishna's, but Krishna, that's himself Bhagavan has come. Avatari, source of all other avatars. So universe looks rather like this. I mean, you can't really depict it. Brahma creates Satya Loka. Brahma creates Garbhodaka Vishnu creates Satya Loka. And there Brahma resides. The most pious living entities. I'll just read from the Bhagavatam directly. The most pious living entities get position of Satya Loka. So there, here, what is the condition to go to Satya Loka? Prabhupada writes, person who have done their prescribed duties purely, means Varnashram duties, for 100 lifetimes, without doing any sin, without any deviation from prescribed duties. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashi. So then you go to Satya Loka. Now from there, in Bhagavad Gita commentary you will find in purport, Prabhupada mentions that if Brahma is devotee, then those residents of Satya Loka may go with Brahma to Vaikuntha when Pralaya comes. They may be promoted if they are devotees. Then below that, Tapaloka. Tapaloka is abode of also very pure souls. Here we find the description for all four: Mahar, Jana and Tapaloka. Mahar, Jana, Tapa and Satyaloka. These are really higher planetary systems. They are so high to really show you the proportion. If this is the half of the universe, let me show on this one better. Let me show like this. Okay. Say this is the half of the universe. So you have 14 planetary systems created by Brahma. Satya Loka occupies 1/3 of the sky. Maybe 2/3 of the sky. Half of it. Half universe is filled with water. Let's say like this. Half is occupied by Satya Loka. Another half is occupied by Tapaloka. Another half of that is occupied by Mahar and Jana Loka. And everything else is within 1 mm, zipped in, condensed. This is the distance. When you see the distances from Garbha ocean to Pitri Loka is the lowest one. Then above that Naraka Loka. Then goes Patala, Mahatala, Rasatala. How it goes reverse? Sutala, Vitala, Atala. Then goes Earth. Then above that goes Bhuvar. Then Swarga Loka. Then goes Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satya, like that. But the space is compressed, as is time. The time on earth and time on Brahmaloka are different. And the distance is great. And the bodies are different. And intelligence is different. And consciousness is different. So very pure soul can occupy these higher abodes. So here the 4 Kumaras reside on Tapaloka. And here it is mentioned who goes to these abodes. Let me see, where is my... Okay. Here, the Upakurvana Brahmacharis live in Maharloka. Means Grihastas who follow regulative principles strictly, they go to Maharloka. Naishtik Brahmacharis attain Janaloka. Vanaprastha, Tapaloka and Sannyasis, they go to Satyaloka. This is one of the descriptions. Another description we find that in the Tapaloka, 4 Kumaras are there. And the means of worshipping God there is meditation, dhyana. They worship Lord Vasudeva in Tapaloka by means of meditation. They just sit and meditate. Oops. Hare Krishna. They sit and meditate on the Lord, and Lord Vasudeva, who is presiding deity of consciousness, he manifests, Chitta, the heart. So, and if they don't meditate, they engage in spiritual, they discuss philosophy basically. Philosophy means Krishna consciousness. So they are completely satisfied, nothing outside attracts them. So in Tapaloka, really what you will find, thousands and millions of rishis sitting and absorbed in meditation. And rarely when they open their eyes, they see each other and they start discussing how to focus more, how to meditate more, how to attain the Lord. So this is in Tapaloka. Okay. And their bodies, there with Sanak, four Kumaras, when they come and visit Indra in Swargaloka, Indras and demigods there, they think Bhagavan has come, somebody is shining effulgent, they are flying on their own without vimanas. And they are superior intelligence, superior perception, their eyes see better, their ears hear better, their mind understands better everything. So Indra worship, Bhagavan has come. And the four of them, they laugh. Oh, you don't know about Vishnu. We'll tell you now. And they instruct him how to worship Vishnu. This is so, they are so superior. So, in the Jana and Marloka, the situation is quite similar. Their method of worshipping Lord Yageshwara is yagyas. There Brigumuni Prajapatis in Maharloka, and in Janaloka also Prajapatis are there. And they do the yagyas. The difference is really small. When Pralaya comes, you see there are different Pralayas. When Brahma dies, that is ultimate Pralaya. Pralaya means destruction, devastation of the universe. But in each of day of Brahma, when every night Brahma goes to sleep, there is devastation up to the Swargaloka. Swargaloka is flooded also. Every morning Brahma has to create partially the universe. There is also, in one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus. At the end of each life of Manu, there is another Palshar, Pralaya, up to the earth only. But when Pralaya comes up to the Maharloka, the fire of destruction is so hot that residents cannot live comfortably in Maharloka, so they shift to Janaloka. They are so near, they are near to each other. And we find another interesting information, that Lord Nrsingadev resides there also, apart from Yageshwara, with Divya Saraswati, with Lakshmi, and they have their pastimes there with Lakshmi Nrsinga. In the Maharloka, Prajapati will do yagyas, and Lord Yageshwara will appear in each kunda. He will come out in person and accept their offerings. Oh, what did you want to offer? Here is Lord barley and ghee and sesame with gur and this and that. And oh, very nice. And Gop Kumar in Brihad Bhagavatamrita comments on that. He said, and he is more beautiful than Vamanadev, which I've seen in Swargaloka. And you remember Vamanadev is so beautiful, so attractive. So Yogeshwara is even more beautiful. This is what is described in the Maharloka and the Janaloka. Let me see if I missed something. 32, 33. So these are really these four that devatas have no idea of this abodes. They in one life, what is that? How it was? In one day of Brahma, 14 Manus means 71 Indra comes. Exchange in one day of Brahma, is it? Anybody remembers? In one life of Brahma or one day of Brahma? 70, 72 or 71, both are mentioned. But in day or in the life of Brahma? In the day of Brahma, 71 Indras. So, and Indra thinks, I'm the king of demigods. Because he is the king of demigods, all demigods worship him, offer pranams to him. So now we go to Swargaloka. But before that, between Maharloka and Swargaloka, there is a Dhruvaloka. Dhruvaloka is there, when Dhruva resides. And Kshirodakashay Vishnu is there, resides. This is Vaikuntha planet. So remember, Dhruva Lila, Dhruva wanted the kingdom better than Brahma's. He wanted to rule the planet higher than Brahma's planet. But Brahma's planet is above. So how this boon is fulfilled by the Lord. He given him Vaikuntha planet, which doesn't get destroyed when Pralaya comes. This Dhruva Loka does not get destroyed. So Dhruva's planet is higher than Brahma's planet. And another aspect of Dhruva's planet is very interesting. We will see on this other chart. Here you can see. You can see here Saptarishis. You can recognize. Dhruva Loka is at the end, pole star. And this is the constellation of 7 stars, Saptarishis. You can see them nighttime in the sky. These are the 7 rishis there, above Swarga Loka. So now all other planets, Sun and the Moon and the, Mars, Mercury, Venus, all of them are tied with a pravaha. These are the ropes of the winds. All other planets and stars, nakshatras, are tied up for pole star, for Dhruva Loka. And Dhruva Loka does not move. It rotates on its own axis, that's all. And all other planets, they move in their orbits because they are tied up. Like a bulls, you tie up for that chucky, how you call it? That grinder. So bulls, they go around, tie up. So all the planets are tied up for Dhruva Loka. This is Dhruva position given by Vishnu. Now all other planets, all the 33 crores of devatas, they go around like a bulls and Dhruva is above looking at them. Then you understand what position he got. So this is what Prabhupada wanted here in our planetarium, and this is what will be presented. Prabhupada said, it moves like chandelier. Like chandelier. It's all tied up for Dhruva Loka, all the planets. So you see this Navagraha? Yeah? All the planets are here. The Sun, the Moon, the Rahu, Ketu, and Shukra, Venus, Buddha, Mangal, all are tied up by the ropes of wind. This is described. And down, anyway, we'll come to this one later. Okay, here we are. So Swar, below that is Swargaloka, Burbua, Swar, abode of demigods. Here they are demigods. Now jivas who are pious, who want to enjoy, who want to control, and they know Vishnu is supreme, unless they got bewildered, they got this position. So Prabhupada says in that purport, Bhagavatam, he says that Krishna is not so pleased with demigods as he is pleased with his pure devotees, because they want to enjoy and they want to worship. It's a Mishra Bhakt. They are Mishra Bhaktas. And we know all the Leelas. Indra got bewildered, Brahma got bewildered, Shiva got bewildered, and what to speak of others. Many stories are there in Puranas, in Upanishads, like that. So here the Devatas are there, and there Upendra, Vamana Dev, he appears. Now what is that? Ete chamsa kala fumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakula Lokam Hridayanti Yuge Yuge Indrari Vyakula Lokam. He comes to protect Indra. He is considered younger brother of Indra, Upendra. And Vamana there stays there, and it is described. He rides on Garuda and he sports by killing asuras around on the behalf of Indra, for Indra's sake, to protect Indra. Now whenever trouble comes, they all go to Vishnu. Save us, my Lord. Now, so this is in the Swargaloka. So there also form of Lord is there. Bhuvar, this is position just between the earth and Swargaloka. This is a place divided in two. One is Antariksha, place where really sun goes, and there are also abodes of kind of ghostly beings. Above that, there are also lower demigods abodes, like Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Channaras. These semi-demigods, or how you call them, they are really servants of demigods. Gandharvas, they will go to Indraloka and sing for him and entertain him, but they live a little lower than Swargaloka. And in Bhuvar, lower portion, first planet above the earth is Bhutaloka, ghostly planet. Yeah. And then there are these Pishachas, Rakshasas, Yavanas, Yakshas. Yakshas, they live there. not Yavanas, Yakshas. Like that. So this is ghostly spirits. And then earthly planet, we know who is on earth, human beings and other mortals. And on earth, Nara Narayan Rishi in Badrinath they are worshipped. Then we have, when Brahma creates earth, looks really like this. The Bhumandala, earthly planetary system, is like a disk. And we'll discuss later on in detail in the second chart, when Sumeru is in the middle, 7 islands, 7 oceans, or Bhumandala. But now from the side view we will look at it. This is earthly planetary system, and our earth is somewhere here, south of Sumeru. Now within the earth, there are Billa Swarga. Billa means the whole. Swarga means Swarga, heavenly planet. Within the earth there are heavenly planets. They are called Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala and Patala. And below Patalas, the red ones, these colors are described in Puranas. That Atala is green, Vitala is black, Sutala is white, Talatala is red. They are kind of minerals colors, not exactly like that. And there, they live Asuras really. Maya Danava, Bali Maharaj, and different. In each of them, different Asuras live. They enjoy all kinds of material facilities because they use Vedic Karma Kanda portion to accumulate pious activities, but they do not want to worship Vishnu. They use Vedas, the flowery language of Vedas, no? To accumulate pious activities so they can enjoy. But they do not want to worship Vishnu. Just like Ravana, he was perfect in chanting Vedic mantras. He was doing yagyas, karna, he was doing so much of charity. Or all other asuras, they're doing tapasyas, they're doing all kinds of stuff. Hiranyakashipu did tapasya, no? So these are all Vedic processes recommended for purification. But if you pray for material desire, they give you material results, material benefit. But they live within the earth. Sun rays did not come there. And in Bhagavatam 5th canto you can find all these descriptions. So I guess we don't have to go through each of them in that detail, in great detail. But said in Atala, that the son of a demon, Maya Danava, resides there. And that is famous for this, that by his yawing he created 3 types of women, and there is a Kunda, where when Jiva comes, that 3 types of women who are really not of good character, independent, lusty, and very easily subdued. These are Swarini, Kamini, and Pumshali. They catch the man, put him in that kunda, and he comes out with strength of 10,000 elephants, so he can enjoy senses better. And they give some drink of whatever, or smoke ganja, or drink some drink to some, what you call it, aphrodisiac, to get more strength so he can enjoy. So it's a Atala planet. Then Vitala, Lord Shiva and Gauri reside. There is another abode of Lord Shiva. Because of their presence, kind of gold is produced called Hataka gold. And then below, Vitala is Sutala planet. Oops, better I show that on the chart. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, Sutala. That is a place of... who is there in Sutala? Who remembers? Yeah, it's Bali Maharaj. And Vaman Dev resides there eternally with Bali Maharaj. Then Talatala, Maya Danava resides there. Then Mahatala, the abode of Nagas. And Rasatala, the sons of Diti and Danu. Nivatakavachas, Kalayas, Hiranya Puravasis, and they live there, demons. And Patala or Nagaloka were another place of serpents. Vasuki is there, and they have such as shining jewels on their hoods that they illuminate all these 7 lower Bil Swargas. they got light from the jewels on the hoods of the snakes. Below that, there are 28 hells. These are not planets, but planetary systems. There, Jiva Goswami says, somebody said 22, somebody said 28. And the description is there in 5th canto, so I guess we don't have to go full details of that. Now, we will zoom into the Bhumandala, on earthly planetary system. So this 14 planetary system, one of them is Earth. Now the Earth, on the place where that lotus stem came up, in the middle of the universe, the Sumeru manifests. It's a golden mountain. It's a different kind of gold. It's described in Vedas that when sun goes around, will it in minutes describe this, doesn't block the sun. It's a transparent. And according to one's realization, while we see it in different colors and different shapes. When we were studying with Dhanavad Maharaj this cosmology, he told us the task, okay, find out in Puranas whatever you can find of Sumeru. So 4 or 5 of us, we came with our books and one started reading. Sumeru is solid gold, golden color. I said, no, it's multicolored. No. It's like a mountain with stones and green peaks described. I never look in it. What Purana you read? What you read? Sattvic Purana is more important. so there was big confusion because there are many descriptions. It changed the shapes, it changed the colors. And then finally Narada Muni revealed us from the suffering. He said, according to realization of the sages, they can see differently. It reveals more and more according to one's realization. And look, where is Sumeru? North of everything. And we don't see it. Maybe we are not still self-realized souls. When you see at the north, you should see Sumeru. We don't see it now, but should push on, chanting our rounds. One day we'll see. So now, you see these 7 islands, 7 oceans, or Bhumandala. I will explain what it is. Wherever you are, say you are here, where is Sumeru? North. When you are from this side of the island, Sumeru is north of you. Because it's aligned with the Dhruva Loka, it points to the north. So wherever you are around, it shows to the north. So this very amazing statement, description of Sumeru. Sumeru is north of everything. So it took some time to figure out that one. Because it's appointed to the pole star, really, all around, wherever you reside, north is there. So Sumeru is the middle, it's a pivot, is the center of the universe. And earth is fixed, and sun and moon, they go all around the earth. This is the geocentric model. This is what Veda says. We don't move. Earth is not moving. Earth is sitting on the head of Ananta Shesha and is not moving Earth. This modern science, they think sun is fixed and Earth is moving around the sun. But if you see, even by the physicists, astrophysicists, their understanding is one is fixed, one is moving. There is no experiment on this planet Earth to prove that Earth is fixed and sun is moving, or sun is fixed and Earth is moving. We can't experiment. One of them is moving. It's a question of relative motion. One body is fixed, one is moving. Whether you fix Earth and move the sun, you will get same distance, same speed, same thing. So from the Vedas, from the 5th canto Bhagavatam, using the heights of the planets. Earth is here, 100,000 yojanas sun, 100,000 yojanas moon, and like that goes on. We can put this number in Surya Siddhanta's calculation books, and we can get angle at which sun is really there. Sun is on the height of 100,000 yojana, but is on different angle. So we got same distances, same speed, eclipses, phases of the moon, changes of the day and night, and changes of the season. Prabhupada say 4 things if you present in Vedic planetarium, it will be very impressive from Bhagavatam. So we can show from Bhagavatam these things, and this will be shown in this planetarium. Why the phases of moon are changing, how the day and night comes, how the seasons are changing, and what else I said? Which was the 4th one? Tirthakara? What did I say? Moon phases, season,
Day and night.
Day and night, and day and night. All right. So, Bhumandala is earthly planetary system. Our Earth is one of the planets here, really, one of the spaces here. Around Sumeru, there is an island surrounded by ocean of water called Jambudvip, first island. Okay. Remember when, who was that? King Priyavrata, no? He went with chariot around. He was so powerful, he made another son. And then with his chariot he dug these channels, and these 7 islands, 7 oceans were created. He had 7 sons, so he given to each son one island, like that. So Jambudvipa is the first island in the middle and surrounded by ocean of salty water, and has 9 varshas. Kuru Varsha, Hiranmaya Varsha, Ramyaka Varsha, Ketumala Varsha, Ilavrata Varsha, Bhadrashva Varsha, Hari Varsha, Kimpurusha Varsha, and Bharata Varsha. So Bharata Varsha is the south one. And when the sons of King Sagara went to look for the sacrificial horse, remember from Bhagavatam, they went to dig. They dig, and they dig Bharata Varsha, they split it into 9. So one of those 9 is called Bharata Kanda. You can see, if those who are in India, they will know, Indians, they will know, that when Brahmana comes and does the puja, he will introduce you to the Lord. You see, the universe is vast. It is a huge universe, you know. Who are you? Where are you? Now we are worshipping Lord from the universe, 14 planetary system. So if you come in South India at the temple, priest will ask you, Pujari will ask you, what's your name? What's your gotra? Who are you? From where are you? So then he will introduce to Lord. He will introduce, my dear Lord, what is that? Jambudvipe, Bharata Varshe, Bharata Kande, Meroho, Dakshine Pakshe. So he will introduce, my dear Lord, here we are offering prayers to you. You are from where? We are from Jambudvip. Aha, Jambudvip is big. From where? Jambudvipe. We are from Bharata Varshe. Bharata Varshe. Aha, Bharata Varshe, 9 islands. Which one you are? Bharata Kande. We are from Bharata Kande. Meroho, Dakshine, south of Sumeru. He locates you. Then is not enough. Then if you are from, say you are from Udupi Brahmanas, this is Purushottam Kshetra. So then he will say, Bharata Varshe, Bharata Kande, Purushottam Kshetre. He will locate. Oh, in the earth, where are you? I'm in Udupi. Aha, what is your name? Then he tells the name, Gotra. What did you brought? Some camphor, some coconut, some flowers. All right, accepted. It's a very personal worship. Locate your ID, email address, name, everything, phone number, everything is recorded. Zoom in. So Earth is one of the 9 divisions here. One of the 9 divisions, our Earth. Now Kimpurusha Varsha, these are people, these other all Varshas and all other islands. People who have more punya than us on the Earth. But they did not really accumulate punya enough to go to Svargaloka. They go to this Bhumandala places of enjoyment. They live 5,000 years, 3,000 years, 5,000 years, up to 10,000 years. 10,000 years means Svargaloka already. So they live around 5,000 years is described, and they enjoy there. So Sumeru is Golden Mountain, and Prabhupada say, all the devatas, they make their holiday houses on the top of Sumeru. So Brahma comes in the middle of the top of Sumeru, and it's called Brahmapuri. There he builds his holiday house. And then all around, 9 principal devatas, 8 big palakas, they have their cities. Yashovati, Shiva's place. Amaravati, Indra's place. Tejavati, Agni's place. Samyamani, Yamara's place. Krishnanga, Niriti's place. Shadavati, Varuna's place. Gandhavati, Vayu's place. Mahodaya, Kuvera's place. And when Vamana appears, the universe, Ganga comes down and falls on the top of the Sumeru and splits into 4. Details, Alakananda, Bhagirathi, and Badri, and what? Bhogavati and Mandakini. Maybe, I forgot. I forgot the details. And from 4 sides of Sumeru, Ganga comes down. This south branch, Shiva comes here on the Himalayas, which divide Bharatavarsha and Kimpurusha. Shiva sits down and he holds. Now the water which wash lotus feet of Vamanadav, he holds on his head. That doesn't crush, break down the earth. So this is where people who worship Shiva go, on Kailash. They don't go to Sadashiva Loka. They don't go much up, They come here for some time. No? So remember, Bharatavarsha is fixed for us. You can't go other places. Remember when Bhima went looking for that golden crystal celestial lotuses for Draupadi? She sent him, get me these lotuses. So he went up in Himalayas and he crossed the border. He entered into Kimpurusha Varsha. And Yakshas, who are servants of Kuvera, so hey, this is not for humans, you can't go. Of course, he's not human, he's superhuman. He fought with them, smashed them all. Oh, there's something extraordinary happening here. So, by punya you go there. Now what is interesting, on each of these varshas, there is a form of the Lord, a board of the Lord, the worshiper devotees there. So I'll read that. Now, where I am, okay, here we are, where we are in the earth. I have to also be present. Page 28, 27. Okay, here we go. In the Ilavrata Varsha, in the middle, Lord Shiva worships Lord Sankarshan. We understand that already from Mahasankarshan, Sadashiva and Mahavishnu are born. So in Sadashiva Loka, Sadashiva worships Sankarshan there. So here also, in Ilavrata Varsha, Lord Shiva worships Sankarshan. Ramyaka Varsha, here Ramyaka Varsha, not from Ilavrata Varsha, Manu and all inhabitants worship Matsya there. Matsya resides here. Hiranmaya Varsha, next one. Aryama, he worships Kurma there. In Kuru Varsha, Lord Varaha is worshipped. Then we have Hari Varsha, Prahlad Maharaj worships Nrsingadev there. Then we have Kimpurusha Varsha, Hanuman and Arishtasena, Arishtisena, the chief person in Kimpurusha Varsha, worships Ramachandra there. Bharata Varsha, Narayans are worshipped, Badrikasham, and what else left? Ketumala Varsha. Okay, just let me see, 27, 28. Ketumala Varsha, Lord Rishikesh assumed the form of Cupid. Pradyumna is worshipped there. It's a Vishnu Tattva. It said Cupid, but this is Pradyumna himself, Vishnu Tattva. And Bhadra Varsha, Hayagriva is worshipped. So you can see, where is the place in universe so far described that there is no form of the Lord? And where are the devatas that people in India are so much into it? Nowhere. No, one tiny place here. No? So we just discussed one island, but then this Jambudvipa is surrounded by ocean of salty water. Then there is Plakshadvipa, and there is form of Lord worship there. So shall I read quickly? I know this is all technical. Is from Goloka and Vaikuntha now we come to material, so everybody is like, oh, it's so boring. Yes, so let us get out of here. That's the idea. No? So here in Plakshadvipa, what is the next? Plakshadvipa is not described. Who is worshipped? Shalmali Dvipa is described in Bhagavatam. The Lord is worshipped as Chandra Atma, as a Chandra, Vishnu Tattva, not the demigod. In Kushadvipa, Lord is worshipped as Agni, original form of Agni, Vishnu Tattva. Kranchadvipa, Varuna, Lord is worshipped as Varuna Deva. Shakradvipa, Lord is worshipped as a Vayu. And Pushkara Dvipa, Swayambhu, as a Brahma, he is worshipped here. Now here in Pushkara Dvipa, there is a mountain, Manasotara, who splits the island in half and goes all around the island. All around goes. And on top of Manasotara, sun chariots rise. Sun is here. One pole is fixed, one axle is fixed for the top of Sumeru, and another one, which is not shown in this photo, is fixed for the Loka. It's fixed like this. One for Loka, one for Sumeru, and he goes around, like this. Sun is going around. Then you have day, night, and on top of Sumeru there are 8 channels, 8 tracks on which Surya's chariot goes, which has one wheel, because one axle is attached to Sumeru. So one axle is there, chariot is there with one wheel. There's no 2 wheels because one axle is attached to Sumeru. So it goes like this on one wheel. And when it's a closer channels, we had more heat, seasons are changing. And it goes on the angle up, and then we feel seasons are changing, less heat or like that, And after that, there is that golden land, and nobody lives there because whatever falls on the floor you can't find of reflection of gold. And then there is Loka mountain, huge mountain which looks again like a lotus. And this Loka mountain extends up to Loka. It's so high. Here is depicted really symbolically. You see here, kind of shed we made. You see that? So it is like a lotus petal, and sun is right inside. You see where is the sun? So sun shines only inside, in the cup, in the lotus, not outside. Outside is darkness. So it's called Aloka Varsha. Outside is Aloka Varsha. Nobody lives there. And down below the earth, no sun can come. So Narakas are there. Pitriloka is the lowest one. And down we find these dig gajos, directional elephants. You see, for Shesha it's not a problem to hold, for me also it's not a problem to hold this, but it's a little difficult to balance it. So for balancing, these dig gajos are used. 8 elephants are down, 4 males, 4 females, and 8 are up, 4 males and 4 females with 4 tusks. They balance the disc of earth so Shesha could peacefully hold it. So here Shloka from Brahma Vaivarta Purana says, for earth, resting place is Shesha. For Shesha, resting place is great tortoise beneath him. For tortoise, resting place is wind. Madhva says there is another, Vayu Kurma, supporting this Kurma. And for the wind, resting place is myself. Krishna says in Brahma Vaivarta Purana. So these elephants, we heard in the Shastras now that when they have some itching, they shake a little bit. We got earthquakes here on the earth. And these top elephants, whatever wind we get, whatever air for breathing comes from their trunks, they put, then we got some wind and air, otherwise we can't breathe, And they are so big that beneath their knees is Loka mountain. So they really should go up to here, But it was difficult to present this in the simple drawing. You can't put all universe, in the simple chart, 40 by 60 inches, So basically, say we'll stop here now in this description of material universe. And it's difficult to understand. We understand this. So here in the chart we given simple hint how to understand. We discussed for 2 days Goloka, 1 day Ayodhya, Vaikuntha and Viraja, and today we just went quickly to the material creation. So Chaitanya Charitamrita says, the shape of spiritual sky is compared to a lotus flower. The topmost region of that flower is called wall, and within the wall is Krishna's abode. The petals of the spiritual lotus flower consist of many Vaikuntha planets. So sometimes it describes 2 lotuses, Goloka and Vaikuntha separate. Sometimes it describes 1 lotus with many petals like that. Both descriptions are there. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continues in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Each Vaikuntha planet is full of spiritual bliss, complete opulence and space, and each is inhabited by incarnations. If Lord Brahman and Lord Shiva cannot estimate the length and breadth of the spiritual sky and the Vaikuntha planets, how can ordinary living entities begin to imagine them? So how to understand is difficult. It comes by revelation, by purification. So here Prabhupada gives us the hint. Atasi Krishna Namadi Nabhaved Grahyam Indriyai Sevan Mukhe Hijivado Swayameva Spurat Yadha. It is thus stated in Shastra that it is not possible to appreciate or understand Krishna without our plant material senses. Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastimes, paraphernalia, and abode are all part and parcel of Krishna. However, understanding Krishna begins with hearing and chanting His name. So thank you very much for coming and hearing this seminar for 4 days. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I know last day is quite technical and is maybe complex and bewildering. Now it's 6 o'clock. We are officially over. Those who are interested, they can carry the chart with them. On chart, all shlokas are on the side. An additional chart is there describing Krishna's divine forms. Here you have additional chart which shows the Swayam Rupa, Swayam Prakash, Prabhav Prakash, Vaibhav Prakash, and where are their places? Dwaraka, Mathura, Gokul, Vrindavan. Then expands your Tadikatma Rupa, Adi Chaturyuha, Vaibhav Vilasa, Tadikatma Rupa, Dvitiya Chaturyuha. All these things we have discussed. Swamsha expansions and all the avatars here depicted. So once you see the divisions, you can see what is place for each avatar in the spiritual world. Where is their abode? What is their position, like this. I had great privilege to announce also before we start the question and answer. There's a beautiful book of His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami on speaking strongly in Srila Prabhupada's service. It's a most amazing book which really meant for all devotees who want to preach, who want to understand what Srila Prabhupada's mood, what is Krishna consciousness, how to present it, what to present, why to present, how Prabhupada did it. It's very amazing books. Many senior devotees read it and they're really appreciating very much to shape our focus. What is the mood of preaching? Is preaching strongly means frying everyone? Is it productive? Is it not productive? How to present Krishna consciousness in best productive way. So please, if anybody interested, we would appreciate if you read the book. I would like to acknowledge for this great source of information to many personalities, many devotees, senior devotees who guided us in this. First of all, to Srila Prabhupada, who inspires us all and who told us about spiritual world, without whom we would never have any idea of spiritual world or any idea of, to develop desire to go there. Then my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami, who always inspires us to study Shastra, to follow strictly, to try to understand, to not be sentimental and just put Japamala around the neck and shout Haribol, Haribol and think, on the credit of Prabhupada we'll all go without doing any endeavor. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, he always says, strive, endeavor, push, try to serve, try to control senses, try to do your best. Then you may expect Lord's mercy. And Maharaj always encourages to study more and more Shastra, so he was really behind this project. And Gopi Paranadhana Prabhu, who translated most amazingly. His translations are the best translation you can find ever. Many people translated different books, but Gopi Paranadhana Prabhu, he's Prabhupada's man. He knows the mood of Sampradaya, he knows commentaries of Acharyas. His translation is the topmost. Brihad Bhagavatamrita he translated, now Shri Tattva Sandarbha came. Please, all devotees who are interested sincerely to understand our philosophy, read the first of Sandarbha, Shri Tattva Sandarbha is amazing commentary explanation. It's easy to read, it's not difficult one. It was difficult, now it's not difficult. It's very easy by Gopi Paranadhana Prabhu's mercy. So he translated Brihad Bhagavatamrita, great book for us to read. And Bhanu Maharaj translated Laghu Bhagavatamrita and Jiva Goswami's commentary on Brahma Samhita, which all these explanations are based on. Particularly Brahma Samhita explains Goloka, Padma Purana, Laghu Bhagavatamrita explains Vaikuntha, and Jiva Goswami explains the Krishna Sandarbha, and in the commentaries there, all the details, all the complex issues with creation. And then we use Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary on Jiva Goswami's commentary on Brahma Samhita for this. We give credit to Dhanavir Maharaj because we studied with him all this within the universe, all the creation and Bhumandala and other things. And all other devotees who help in any way really appreciate their contribution, devotees who are engaged in making this chart This chart came from our preaching in South India is to establish Vishnu is supreme, Krishna is supreme, devatas are not supreme. So we had to show to people, look where are the devatas, look where is the Vishnu, look where is Krishna. You know? So even Sri Vaishnavas, Madhvas, everybody likes the chart because it shows Vaikuntha, 7 layers of Vaikuntha, like in Sri Rangam, 7 prakaranas you have. They really like the chart, it really helped us. And also the previous chart which was there are many mistakes there. So that we were a little bit disappointed. I asked Banu Maharaj that, what shall we do? Already one chart exists, we bring another chart, there will be confusion. We'll show more details, but still it should not be like competition. And Banu Maharaj said, oh, that chart, when I look at it, I don't know what to think of it. They're quite, things are missed there. I'm not going to analyze that chart now, but when you compare, you will understand. So, that was our humble offering, this chart. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.